How's it going, everyone? Got a bit to cover in this video. Want to cover a piece of content that is leaving the PlayStation Store forever. It's for one of the best received indie titles in recent memory. We'll talk about that. You can redeem it and add it to your library even if you don't own the game, so you really have no reason not to add it to your library, so we'll talk about that. On top of that, a major free demo is available right now, so you'll want to check that out, and I'll cover some of the deals that are quite good for Black Friday. We're going to be covering Black Friday deals for a while, so be on the lookout for those, but we'll talk that at the end of this video. Right off the top, Dave the Diver, the Godzilla content pack. Today is the final day for you to add it to your library. After that, it is gone. I want to say forever, but who knows? Like, they could come back and add it. It's a licensing deal. That's the thing with something like this. You have to come back to the table and then negotiate something or whatever. The legalities, I don't know. The thing with on the PlayStation Store is you can add the Godzilla content pack to your library for free. You do not need to own the game. You just add it to your library and you are literally good to go, and there's nothing else you have to do. I should also note that Dave the Diver isn't on sale right now, but the game is included with PlayStation Plus Extra. Now, the game has been on sale before. It doesn't see massively steep discounts, so don't expect something like getting the game for 80% off or anything like that. But it does go for $19.99 normally, and I think we've seen it for like 30% off. And again, it's a part of PlayStation Plus Extra, but remember, with the day one titles, they are always added for 1 year, and then they are ultimately pulled. But again, when it comes down to it, the important thing is the DLC is getting pulled tomorrow. If you're one of those people that care about preservation, once it's in your library, it is there forever. And I get it. We can have a debate all day long about digital games and game preservation and all that and whether or not you actually own games. But I'm just saying, at least for the foreseeable future, the Godzilla pack will be available for you to download and re-download and do all that stuff. Now, in the future, who knows what's going to happen with the world and what they're going to take away from you. But I'm not here to speculate on things that might happen 20 years from now. All I can talk about is the immediate future. And the immediate future has Godzilla's content pack getting pulled tomorrow. But as long as you add it to your library, it'll be accessible to you in perpetuity. At least relative perpetuity as far as we know. Moving on from that, want to give you guys a heads up on this. Dynasty Warriors Origins has a free demo available right now. I know we're busy covering the Black Friday deals and everything going on, but you know what's better than spending money on some games? Why not trying out Dynasty Warriors Origins, one of my more anticipated games of 2025, for free with this Dynasty Warriors Origins demo. And by the way, the game is upgraded for PS5 Pro, and pre-orders have been opened up for the full game, of course. In this demo version of Dynasty Warriors Origin, you can experience battles against large forces and powerful enemies like Lubu on exhilarating battlefields. Enjoy the most evolved form of combat in battles, 1v1000. They do note the difficulty level and other settings can be adjusted. Some elements of the demo version may differ from the final game, and please see the official site for details. And then they have a little description. Become immersed in exhilarating battles as a nameless hero in the Three Kingdoms. Traverse tension-filled battlefields where you clash against massive armies stretching as far as the eye can see. How will you handle the onslaught of enemies? Your military prowess will serve you well as you fight in tandem with your allies in tactical battles unique to Dynasty Warriors franchise, and experience the most exhilarating action in the series' history. I think this game's got a lot going for it, especially the release date. It is right before the storm of games in February, and after what I would say is a little bit of a lull as far as big game releases. Like, December doesn't have a lot of major game releases, while January you got Freedom Wars Remastered and Tales of Grace's F Remastered. Like, those games aren't big. Dynasty Warriors is actually going to have, like, a lot of attention to it just because I think there's not a lot of other big games coming out. So I think this is an opportunity for them to captivate a newer audience that might not be super into Dynasty Warriors and get them into the franchise as well. And I think dropping a demo makes a lot of sense as we get closer to the release of the game. I'll certainly be mentioning it, and it's PS5 Pro enhanced, so for the people that bought a PS5 Pro, it's going to be one of the newer games that really does utilize the console. So, you know, a lot to like as far as that's concerned. And it is a $70 game. If you pre-order it, you do get the early purchase bonus, and there is a digital deluxe edition for $90. That doesn't really include anything that major, so I would probably just stick to the standard edition. But there you go with that. The Origins demo is available free. Dynasty Warriors Origins demo is available free right now. Go check it out, and if you have a PS5 Pro, even better, as it is enhanced for that. But obviously, still, gonna look good on the regular PS5. Couple of deals I do want to note. I gotta reiterate the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 deal for $19. It's still available. It's just funny to me that this is literally $48 on the PlayStation Store. One of the most egregious price differentials I think I have ever seen when it comes to the PlayStation Store versus a physical game. Just absolutely ridiculous as far as that's concerned. Like, man, it's just insanity. How are you gonna let it get this bad where the physical copy is damn near a third of the digital copy? Like, that's just egregious. The collection itself, you can think of it what you want. Did Konami do a rush job on it? Absolutely. They have been updating it. They actually just dropped a major update on it not too long ago, and $19 sure as hell stings a lot less than $48 or God forbid $60 if you spent that back when it came out. But it is MGS 1, 2, and 3. The fact is, we are preserving these games on modern platforms, which is so important. These are 3 of the greatest video games legitimately of all time. MGS 3, for most people, is their favorite. I mean, I'm kind of generic, and MGS 3 is my favorite as well. Cannot wait for Delta Snake Eater, but reason to play the original for sure ahead of the release of Delta Snake Eater. And MGS 2, the bait and switch with that game, honestly, in retrospect, like, I was a little bit too young back then to really comprehend it, but I thought it was honestly, in retrospect, it's fantastic. And MGS 1, man, I hope we get a full-on remake of that game. It's obvious why they chose MGS 3 first, like, it makes sense, but MGS 1, being a PS1 game, I think that is definitely due for a remake, and it would do very, very well, all things considered. But $19 for Master Collection Volume 1, great deal there. And I'll give a shout to Astrobot, which is down to $49.99. Get it, people want value and hours out of the dollars they spent, but a lot of you guys have your 9 to 5, you have kids, etc., etc. And speaking of games to play with your kid, Astrobot seems to be a really good one. And not only that, like, yes, it's family friendly, but at the same time, it really is a lot of fan service to people that have been around with PlayStation for a long time, paying homage to so many classic IPs, and not even like the absolute classics as well. Obviously those are represented, but all kinds of IPs represented in Astrobot. So really good stuff, and probably going to be one of the premier franchises for Sony going forward, so that's pretty exciting as well. But $50 for that, nice little discount there. That's going to do it for me. Mainly wanted to cover the Dave the Diver DLC. Today is the final day. You have nothing. You have no reason not to add it to your library. It's gonna be gone forever. You know, you don't want to PT demo yourself, as far as that's concerned. You know, those accounts with the PT demo these days pretty valuable, but I'm not saying this is gonna be PT demo, but it's a nice piece of content to have for one of the best received indie games in the last few years. Dynasty Warriors Origins has a free demo available, and MGS Master Collection Volume 1 and Astrobot available as well. That's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sound up there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.